Wasting a summer's afternoon, sat inside the house, TV turned on, a glass of chilled ginger grouse. I'm not really watching what's on, so I scroll onto guide mode. There she is, the charlatan, Psychic Sally, on the road. I don't know if I should watch it, I hate it, but I'm still drawn to it. Channel 38 selected, I might start to regret this, but it's just a bit of fun. Surely no one believes what she's saying, except maybe that man near the front, he looks like he's praying. Actually, back up, just look at the crowd. The woman stood up is crying, the rest are applauding. I must have missed what she said. Oh no, she's just said it again. Your dad who has passed said he's not in any pain. But how can she possibly know this? It must be comforting to hear, but really, what she's seeing as she looks up into the atmosphere. Is it really just cruel to claim you can talk to dead people? Aren't you just lying, getting money by being deceitful? It seems to me that you're just insulting my intelligence, making these claims without a shred of evidence. If suddenly one day somebody said, "Hey, guess what? I can talk to the dead." Nonsense, I'd say, only to hear, or prove I can't do it. But I don't have to. The onus is on you. After all, this is a skill you proclaim you can do. I carry on watching and see all the weak hits. And remember, this is edited. These are the best bits. I have a Michael, or maybe Mickey. A woman jumps up. My friend's auntie died. Her name is Tracy. Yes, Tracy, that's what she said. She stood here beside me. She's saying something about a blackberry. Well, when I was younger, at the bottom of the garden there was a tree. It didn't grow blackberries, but it meant a lot to me. Oh, she seems to be fading away, but that should justify your entry fee. I can't take it anymore, I have to change channel. Even for a lazy day, this time spent seems so wasteful. It all comes back to one thing. Why do people believe in psychics and superstitions? It's 2015. Aren't we one of the more advanced civilizations? Have we all just lowered our expectations by accepting bogus explanations and creating in our minds these false idealizations? We should only believe in evidence-based research, not something dreamt up by the church, or a homeopath or chiropractor who claim by drinking water or cracking bones you can avoid a disaster, but of course not after a single encounter. You'll need to come back on several more occasions to take advantage of our homemade prescriptions to be sure of remission. It's all well and good when we're talking about the common cold. Even without this nonsense, your problem will be resolved. But when a homeopath flies to Africa claiming to cure Ebola with no injections but just by drinking some water, or the Jehovah's Witness denies their child of a blood transfusion, saying that denial is part of what makes them a Christian, or a Muslim beheads someone for not being a believer, psychics prey on the vulnerable by being a deceiver, this is when we have to stop and take over. Your ridiculous beliefs shouldn't affect one another. If you want to believe in the privacy of your home, then I promise you that I will leave you alone. But your beliefs can't affect anybody else, especially when it comes to the subject of health. Being open-minded is being willing to accept the arrival of evidence we have yet to collect, not believing in all rubbish that is as yet unchecked. I respect your right to believe, but I don't respect what you believe. No amount of evidence will convince you otherwise, I'm sure. I don't know if there's a cure for somebody so cocksure. Perhaps I've just missed the allure, I'm just insecure. But now there's a knock on the door and I can think about this no more. This afternoon has been obscure, but after all, I am a provocateur.